Good evening. Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope you all are doing well. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. Now, as you know, this platform is about positivity. This platform is about ensuring that everything relating to Jamaica, you get the facts, you get the information. And that is what, for the past 7 years, I've strived to do. Now, with all of that being said, let me make this point very clear. Simon Preston has an original thought. Levi, how are you doing, nephew? Hope you're doing well. Rain Scorpions 1983, hope you're doing okay. Folks, I want to let you guys know, and some persons are saying, why is Simon talking about this? Quite simple, we have to highlight our Jamaicans all over the world. We have the responsibility, right? We have the responsibility. When I mean we, I mean me. I have a responsibility on this platform to let you know how our Jamaicans are doing all across the globe. And when they're doing well, we have to commend them. And Darren Moore has just gone on a 23-game unbeaten run with Sheffield Wednesday. 23-game unbeaten run with Sheffield Wednesday. It ended today against Barnsley, yes. But look at it this way. They're second in the table. They're 2 points off the top of the table with 2 games in hand. You see what I'm saying? 2 points off the top of the table with 2 games in hand. This was only their 4th loss of the season. They've conceded 27 goals in 36 games. All right? You follow what I'm saying? Darren Moore has done a remarkable job since being promoted to being manager. From his time at West Bromwich Albion, trying to help West Bromwich Albion survive relegation. We saw the draw against Swansea, right? We saw the victory over Man United. We saw the victory over Tottenham Hotspur. Right? Right? He kept them with that glimmer of hope of avoiding relegation. You understand what I'm saying? In the Championship with West Brom, they were in playoff position and a decision didn't go his way. Went to Doncaster Rovers. He did a good job there. COVID came in. And now at Sheffield Wednesday, he's building a project. And again, you might say, Simon, why are we talking about this? Why are we having a discussion about Darren Moore? Our Jamaicans need to be highlighted. When they're doing great things, we have to highlight them. And when our former Jamaican internationals are coaches and doing fantastic things, they deserve the praise and recognition for the work that they're doing. Am I saying that I want him as head coach of the Reggae Boys? No! No! I am with Coach Halgrimson. This video is to highlight the work that has been done by Coach Darren Moore, by what he has done so fantastically well. And that is why you can't brush this aside. 23 games unbeaten. Just fathom that for a moment, guys. 23 games unbeaten. This unbeaten run stretches back to October. That was the last time Sheffield Wednesday lost a game in the league. And they could have gone further. Unlucky in the League Cup, unlucky in the FA Cup as well. But the priority was the league. Why? Promotion to the Championship. That was the priority. And that is exactly what is being done right now. And you might say, okay, how does this affect the Reggae Boys? Why can't we just sit back, right? Why can't we just sit back and acknowledge the good work that is done by Darren Moore, by Robin Fraser, by Andy Williams, by Bibi, by Ricardo Fuller, by Zavon Hines, by Frank Sinclair, by Darren Byfield, by Dion Burton, by Jamie Lawrence? Why can't we just accept it? We need to. We need to. Because these men are progressing from their playing career who represented our country and have gone on to have established coaching careers. Some of them late 40s, some of them early 50s, right? They are doing fantastically well. Noel Blake, Jamaican born, was coach of England on the 19s team. Darren Moore is a former reggae boy. He might not have had a long-standing career with the national team, but guess what? He represented our country. And for that, we're grateful. He played in the Premier League. Did you guys know how much of inspiration he was to Chris Humphrey? Chris Humphrey played for Jamaica. Played at the Gold Cup in 2015. Do you know who Chris Humphrey said inspired him to be a professional footballer? He said Darren Moore. Why? Chris Humphrey was in the academy at West Bromwich Albion, and they started to do gym work with the first team. And who did he see putting in the work? Darren Moore. And he said that was the inspiration he needed to kick on. That was the inspiration that he needed. You never know who's watching you. Chris Humphrey saw. Chris Humphrey saw what he was doing. And guess what? Chris Humphrey went on to play Europa League football, Champions League football, represented Jamaica, and also got a silver medal for Jamaica at the Gold Cup in 2015. You never know who's watching you. And it was positive that certainly Darren Moore brought onto Chris Humphrey. 23 games unbeaten, despite COVID that he suffered twice. Despite the hiccups that he had at West Bromwich Albion and Doncaster Rovers, he still kept going. And he was a brilliant assistant manager in Simon, Ireland. But again, what Darren Moore has done should not be underrated, undervalued, or underappreciated. Because what he has done so far in South Yorkshire is good. I want you all, I should say, to meditate on that for 2 seconds. Meditate on that for 2 seconds. Meditate on it for 2 seconds while I try to maneuver some things that they're experiencing on the road. But hands free. So Darren Moore is doing great things. And guess what? Don't feel that he has forgotten where he's coming from, because he hasn't. He hasn't. It's no secret or surprise to many that he wanted Michael Hector, but Charlton stepped in. Secondly, he likes Richard King. No surprise about that. Darren Moore likes Richard King. All right? Darren Moore likes Tyreek McGee. Okay? Straight up. And he's also watching what is happening in South Yorkshire. He's told Jaden Brown, who has Jamaican heritage, get your passport, you never know. He's told Marvin Johnson, get your passport, you never know. So trust me, he's watching what's going on. He watched the Gold Cup in 2019. He watched the Gold Cup in 2021. He watched Jamaica in the CONCACAF Nations League last year. And guess what? He also watched the World Cup qualifiers. Yes, he did. Any Jamaican, whether you're born here or born overseas, to Jamaican parents or grandparents, you deserve the recognition. You deserve the praise. You also deserve the glory, because you have done fantastically well. And yes, Darren Moore's unbeaten run as manager of Sheffield Wednesday ended today. 23 games. But let's let's reflect on what the 23 games has gone on to accomplish. Moving from the playoffs to the top of the table and now being second comfortably. 2 points behind the leaders, Plymouth Argyle, with 2 games in hand. You win those 2 games in hand, you're 4 points clear at the top of the table. Sheffield Wednesday are just a mere 4 victories away from being promoted to the Championship, the second tier of English football. Darren Moore. He's the man. He's been doing well. Fantastically well. And trust me, he wishes Coach Hallgrimsson all the best as well. You guys saw the well wishes when I was in Leeds. You saw the well wishes. He's behind Coach Hallgrimsson. And he's open one day to have a conversation with Coach Hallgrimsson and let him know about the Jamaican diaspora within Birmingham. Because as you guys know, he's from Birmingham. He's from the Midlands. The club he played for was West Bromwich Albion, which is located in the West Midlands. So he's more than happy to discuss with Coach Hallgrimsson the future, 2030, 2034. He's willing to discuss that. Rika Richards. He's willing to discuss that. And that is a man that is patriotic. Extremely patriotic. So you guys are saying in the comments. Okay. Claudette says, congrats, Darren. Yeah, congrats indeed. King Don says, big up, Simon. Rain Scorpions 1983. I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. No problems at all. We're getting prepared to face Mexico, so there's no problems at all. You know? So that's what I'll say there. You know? See what else you guys are saying. Now just says, congrats, Sir Darren Moore. Crystal Palace needs you. Crystal Palace. I don't think he's going to be joining a London club. Sheffield Wednesday have showed a lot of trust and faith in him. And he will, if promoted, he will definitely be with them in the Championship next year. That I'm certain about. Teresa says, congrats, Darren Moore. KY, hope you're doing well. Good evening. I appreciate your well wishes in terms of my ability, and I put full trust and faith in God that in due time my opportunity will be my opportunity. Keep being positive, Simon. It's healthy. Well said. Well said. Well said, Teresa. Keep being positive. It's healthy. It's healthy. It's healthy. Who wants to get up every day shouting and arguing? That's a toxic relationship, isn't it? How would you feel if you shouted and argued at your wife or girlfriend every day? Would you like that? No. Is that healthy? No. Is it toxic? Yes. Very much so. Very toxic. Very much so. I'm going to be getting to your comments in a moment, folks. I'm just going to park the vehicle. So in just about maybe 30 seconds, I will be able to get you guys, well, read the comments, I should say, because I'm parking in 30 seconds. Okay, cool breeze. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I'm gonna park. Yeah, I'll park right here. Makes a lot of sense. And then when I park, I can take your comments. Thank you very much for your patience. I greatly appreciate it. 100%. Okay. Okay, I've parked. Ashoy Gibbs says, what's the move for more? No move. No move. He just had a 23 game unbeaten run within League One. 23 game unbeaten run, which puts him second in the championship and 2 points off the top with 2 games in hand. And for that, we have to give him the applause that he deserves. Yes, Roman Osborne. Kunai Bosborne is out while Kemar Foster is in the squad. So Kemar Foster replaces Kunai Boyce Clark within the squad. So the 3 keepers now, Kemar Foster, Jamali Waite, and Amal Knight. Ashoy Gibbs. Look, right, Ashoy, as it relates to Darren Moore, his focus right now is Sheffield Wednesday. Maybe 2042. We can talk about Darren Moore. But right now, his focus is on club football. And I say, let him get all the experience he can. He's managed in the Premier League. He's managed in the Championship. He's getting managerial experience now in League One. So he's seen the different levels of styles, of plays, and everything like that. Sports Banger says, where do you work now? Where do I work? What do you mean? Leon Bailey and Shamar Nicholson, 2 love Jamaica wins. Yes, come on. Jamaica 2, Mexico 0. Let's go with that. Kevin Williams, are there any players at Sheffield United that can play for Jamaica? There are a few at Sheffield United. I'm going to have to double check the database and get back to you as it relates to the names. But yes, there are players of Jamaican heritage that operate at Sheffield United. So yes, hopefully that answers your question. Yeah. So that is the situation there. All right. So that is what we can expect. Yep. That is the situation. That is where we are. Khadijah Shaw. What about Khadijah Shaw? What about her? Yep. Bunny's on a fantastic piece of form. Ricky Dunn, Simon, what's up with Boyce Clark? Boyce Clark has been replaced by Kemar Foster in the Reggae Boys squad. Yeah. So that is the situation there. That is where we are. Guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. More content will be coming your way in due course. Lots more in terms of build-up for the Mexico game. And we'll certainly keep you guys up to date on everything, okay? So we'll keep you guys updated. Remember that interview we did with Melvin Brown? Melvin Brown, who played for Mexico, but was born to Jamaican grandparents. Yeah, you guys want to take a look at that video again. You know, certainly some good information for you guys to look into. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, and after hitting the like button, subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. Okay, cool.